Hello, and welcome to As the Key Turns. This is a St. Valentine's Day special, and it was suggested by my son, so you can have him to thank for this suggestion. A long time ago, when I was in the military police, I had a unfortunate incident occur. There was a wedding, and this husband and new wife just got married that day. They had their ceremony in the military chapel, all in civilian clothes, and the military chaplain married them, and then they had a reception. And the reception, like I'm not going to say all, but many military parties had a substantial amount of drinking going on. And you know, during the reception after a wedding, a lot of times, you know, the bride and groom feed each other cake, and they give them a drink of wine out of a special wine glass, and they have all these things with their name engraved on it, like the glass. Well, this couple wasn't any different. They had wine glasses with their name engraved on it, and they had drank like way too much and had used some intoxicating drugs. So they really weren't in their complete faculties. So they got into an argument over something, and I don't even remember what it was. Matter of fact, unlike most of my videos, I don't remember their names, the dates, places, all that stuff. So there'll be no names and stuff used in this one because I can't remember them and I can't look it up. It's just one of the stories that I tell. Well, they got into a pissy contest, and they got to pushing each other around, and the engraved wine glasses that they had broke behind the bride, who's still wearing her wedding dress. I remember she had on her big, puffy, beautiful wedding dress, and her makeup was impeccable. She wasn't as beautiful a bride as she was prior to the incident, but she was a beautiful bride. And what happened was, she got to pushing the husband, and the husband got to pushing her, and she trips over the dress, and she falls backwards, and the two glasses that were broken on the ground on a blacktop road, same kind of blacktop as you see behind me here. The thing that happened was the stem was sticking up like so. The glass had landed in such a way, and the stem is sticking up, but the glass has been broken off. So what you have is a sharp piece of rod glass, so deep, so tall, sticking up behind the bride. And when she trips and falls, she tries to put her hand back to brace herself against the fall, and the thing sticks her in the neck, perfectly placed in the carotid artery, which severed it. And everybody did what they could, but she bled to death right there on the ground on her wedding day, and big pool of blood soaked the whole side of her dress. It was really a mess by the time I got there. Now, my job was not to investigate at the time. My job in the military police was to protect the crime scene, stop anyone from dying, treat the wounded, that kind of thing. That's what we were supposed to do. Well, by the time I got there, I checked, she's gone. It'd been, several minutes. We tried the CPR thing. Ambulance shows up. They do their thing. They cart her away. The husband is distraught, and so are most of the members of the wedding party. Well, I wasn't responsible for the investigation. We had people called CID, the Criminal Investigation Detachment. They came in, did the investigation, and the guy ended up pleading guilty to manslaughter. Now, unlike federal courts, most federal courts, the military is a federal court, by the way. Unlike most federal courts, when you plead guilty to something, you go in and you plead guilty to usually a lesser charge, and then whatever the judge wants to give you, he can. Now, there are recommendations from both the prosecution and defense, but he doesn't have to follow any of that. He can do whatever he wants. He's a federal judge. In the military, there's usually an agreement with the prosecutor, and that agreement is pretty much just in stone. I mean, it says you will receive no more than X amount of years in prison. The judge can't exceed that. As a matter of fact, when it goes to it's reviewed by the commander. Usually, in a case like manslaughter, it would be a divisional commander, so a major general would look it over, and then he would concur in most instances. He can actually reduce the sentence or vacate it, or just give clemency if he wishes. Never seen it. I've never even heard of it being done. I have heard of them reducing the sentence somewhat. Well, that's what happened with this guy's case. He pled guilty to manslaughter instead of murder, which is what he was originally charged with, and he received a sentence that was agreed upon between him and the prosecution. And he went off to do his time at Fort Leavenworth at the disciplinary barracks. And darned if I could remember his name or her name, but thought that would be a heartwarming St. Valentine's Day story for you. So when you guys get married, don't have pushing contests, and I mean, he didn't mean to kill her, but she's still just as dead. So there's my St. Valentine's Day special. And thank you for watching. And if you feel like donating, I would certainly appreciate it. It would make you beautiful people. So go to patreon.com/asthekeyturns, and you can give as little as $1 a month or as much as $50 a month. In either case, you'll be able to see a video every week. And above the $1 level, you can even see the ones that I've been pulling off of YouTube, off the public views, and there's several now that only people on Patreon can view them. So if you want to do that, that would be very helpful and very much appreciated. Thank you very much.